Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to the morning briefing. Sacrilege this morning. I forgot my cup of coffee. I've been up since 4, so I've been drinking coffee all morning long. I came down here, and I was too lazy to go back and get it. So, an imaginary cup, you know what time it is? It's time for the morning briefing. Take a big swig of that coffee, and let's get into it. If you don't mind, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it here during the holiday season. It's something that you can do for us and that so many of you do all the time, and we deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate it. Hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing these videos with a friend, that all really helps to move us up, and our stats here in December have been absolutely phenomenal. All right, let me get into January the 6th for you. You're wondering, January the 6th, that date sounds familiar. Of course, it should, because we are doing a kids fishing trip on the Monte Carlo, and you adults, you parents, are also invited to join us. It's a 7 a.m. departure from 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. We'll be back around noontime, and then we're going to do some hot dogs and have some guys there at the landing to show you different knots and different ways to fish. So it's not only a fishing trip in the morning, we're going to have a little celebration when we get back in on January the 6th. Now, you need to make a reservation with yours truly, with me. And you can do that by sending me a text at 657-227-6459. Here's how it goes. If you can make a donation to our Mexico efforts, fantastic. We can really use the funds. We're moving a lot of stuff across the border. So if you can do that, great. If you're having a tough year, if you can't, no one's going to ask you for 1 cent. It's on us. It's on 22nd Street Landing. It's on the Monte Carlo. You can come and join us. Have a great time thanks to the 22nd Street Landing. And bring your kids or your grandkids. We'll have staff on board to help you out. It's going to be a celebration of sport fishing and a really good day, which will continue in the afternoon. Now, if you can't make the fishing trip, or you don't have kids and you just want to come down and hang out, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, on January the 6th, we'll be at 22nd Street Landing. We'll have hot dogs for you. We'll have lots of fun for you. It's going to be a remarkably fun day, January the 6th. So remember, 657-227-6459. And that same number, if you want to get in on our great raffle, we have some wonderful prizes. I'll send you all the information you need about that raffle. All you got to do is text me, 657-227-6459. We can do it all by text. I can shoot a photo of your raffle tickets and send it to you. We can meet at the landing if you prefer that. I'm down there a lot doing all kinds of shows, and if you prefer to do that, we'll meet up. Just send me that text and we'll get into it. All right, let me start you out south of the border down there at Bluefin Sport Fishing. Man, I'll tell you, Andrew Deal, a good buddy of mine and a loyal fan of the Friedman Adventures family. I'll tell you, he's going to Bluefin on January the 14th. He called me and said, I got to go. I can't take anymore. I'm going to be in Mexico. I'd really like to experience that. And those guys down there right now have had some really excellent fishing going on in terms of their bite on rockfish, lingcod, bocaccio, reds, whitefish, treefish, sheep's head, you name it. They're catching it if it's on the bottom right now, and it has been outstanding. It provides excellent table fare if you want to make some fish tacos for the Christmas season or some ceviche or whatever. It can't get any better than what they will help you to provide your family with. Not to mention an adventure out on the water. It's really fun, and the guys at Bluefin know how to treat you. You'll feel like part of their family when you get finished up with a fishing trip down there in that neck of the woods. They're out there in Punta Banda. It's really fun fishing, and you are going to enjoy it. Also, down there, Arnie Sport Fishing in Ensenada has been catching some big bonita, occasional yellowtail, lots of rockfish, and Costa Baja Sport Fishing. They've been doing quite well also. Now, let me just move you down a little bit further and tell you there's still some pretty good yellowtail fishing going on down there around San Martin Island and the coastal region. That's 140 miles down the coast to the town of San Quintin, and there's also some magnificent perch fishing going on in Baja right now. Barred perch moving in the wintertime in the colder water, and they'll bite strips of clam. They'll bite little chrome jigs like a Castmaster or a crocodile. They'll even bite the lucky craft, the big ones. In fact, I just put up a short video about that kind of fishing in Playa Saldamondo. Those big barb perch are all over the lucky craft sometimes. So really nice fishing going on there. And Captain Sean Morgan down in San Jose del Cabo. Now we're going all the way down to almost the tip of Baja, California, just short of it. It's short of Cabo San Lucas. Sean Morgan was out in his private yacht and had magnificent fishing a half a mile from home and fished only 2 hours. And he had Dorado and Marlin. Really great fishing going on down there right now. It can't get much better than it is. All right, let's go to Tanner Bank, 70-some miles off our coast here from San Pedro, from San Diego, where that bluefin tuna is still hanging out. Now, I've been saying it's really great fishing going on, but let's put it in context. It's great fishing for December. It's great fishing for any time, really. But we've been accustomed to these great big bluefin tuna, and for the most part, it's 18 to 25 pound bluefin tuna. The Pride and the Amigo catching about a fish per rod, sometimes even better than that, sometimes even limits a fish. The Independents on a long range trip finished their trip up out there, and they made the comment that they saw less volume this time, less fish than they had been seeing. But they got 6 fish that were 50 to 100 pounds. So they got some of that bigger great fish. For the most part, however, it is the smaller fish, and it's been finicky. So you want to fish that 20-pound Opsin fluorocarbon, www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout, get a love note from Greg Brown and a free gift. That's working really well. Drop your hook size even down to a number 4 at times. Now, other times if the intensity of the bite fires up, then you can go up to the heavier fluorocarbon, and that will help you in a bigger hook. Sometimes what gets them to bite the heavy line is live squid or fresh dead squid. And the Amigo just the other day made squid right there outside of the harbor, not too far, a couple of miles, and he was on the squid. So there is squid literally everywhere. And that just sets up for a really great spring next year. I have no doubt in my mind that the Channel Islands are going to be going full crank on the sea bass and the halibut, even some yellowtail. Should be really, really good. In fact, there's some good sea bass fishing going on. Not good, but some occasional big fish at Catalina and Santa Barbara Island, along with some really excellent halibut fishing for some of the private yachts that have been fishing that. But back to that bite out there on Tanner Bank. Until January 1st, you also have the option to fish the rockfish, and that's been quite good out there. So really, as you can see, not that this says anything about Tanner Bank weather, but it is absolutely beautiful here this morning down here at Surfside. It couldn't get any more lovely than it is right now. Gorgeous weather, and Tanner Bank looks good for the foreseeable future. I think we're going to have really nice weather out there in that neck of the woods. All right, let's get in the islands with you. Down there, San Martin Island, you heard about that. Yellows down there in that neck of the woods up there, Todos Santos. Some big bonita, yellowtail, and good rockfish there off Ensenada. Coronado Islands, rockfish. San Clemente, rockfish. Few yellows out there. Catalina, some bonita and rockfish going on in that neck of the woods. And then Santa Barbara, as we mentioned, some really good halibut fishing for some of the boys out there, and really good rock fishing. Some yellows bouncing around there. And the Channel Islands, it can't get much better than it is up there if you're looking for rockfish, lingcod, reds. Great fishing going on. Nice weather. That is all really good news up there in that neck of the woods. The surf has been fairly productive, and you just look at that. Man, you could throw a lucky craft out there, maybe pick off a halibut, maybe a big barred perch. Also, bait is probably the best way to go in the wintertime. Big fish bait and tackle right here in the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard. And PCH, they've got all kinds of bait. You can still dig up some sandworms there and pick off a yellowfin croaker or two. Some good fishing down here on the tower at Anderson and PCH on yellowfin croaker. It's been pretty good, and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. Absolutely beautiful. All right, my friends, stay in touch with all the very latest. Don't forget, January the 6th, you want to join us with your kids. And, you know, this is for those of you who maybe have never been fishing before. And, you know, so you guys who are watching this, you might have a neighbor or, you know, somebody that you think their kids would benefit from a day on the water. bring them down, have some fun. Maybe we'll see a whale or two. It's gray whale season right now as they're making their migration down from the Bering Sea. It's a great time to be out on the water, and January the 6th will be really, really special. If you're not going to be on that trip, you can still come down at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll cook you up a hot dog and have some fun and chat about fishing or whatever else you want to chat about. All right, my friends, take care. Have a great day. I will never, ever do this again without my coffee. I feel so naked without my cup of coffee. I will never let that happen again. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and I hope to see you really, really soon.